What's up, everybody? Clumsy Car Guy, and I've been lagging on the turbo build, but we are getting really close. Matter of fact, check this out. We are installing the turbo kit today. So right now we got the intake off. We're getting ready to unbolt the header, and then the exhaust is already unbolted. All the two sensors unbolted. Intercooler is actually mocked up. Let me show you guys what I got. So tucked back there is my turbo manifold. Some more intercooler piping, and I let it rain and I forgot to cover it up, but it'll burn off. There's my turbo, my charge pipe. My down pipe is in the garage. We just actually got that fabricated. So shout out to Justice for welding me a bung. This only came with one bung, and so right now we're gonna do some test fit, make sure everything fits the way it should. But we already ran into an issue. My throttle body broke when I was installing my throttle cable actually broke when I was trying to install it. Here it is right here. I'll show you where it broke, watch. Yeah, it like snapped right here where these two connect, but it's all good. I've been meaning to get a shorter one anyways and make it look cleaner. But let's go ahead and update you guys on what we're doing. And let's get this turbo kit installed onto the Rsx, finally. Just like that, the headers are off, and I gotta pull them from under the car. So I'll show you guys that right now. All right, so it's like it landed on my light. That's crazy. Oh, look at that. It just fell off. Cool. Header is out. Now let's install the turbo manifold. That came out a lot easier than I expected. Now I'm going to try to save this Y pipe right here, because I am planning to run the E cutout. But as far as this flex pipe, I'm not sure I'm gonna keep. So might cut it right here. And then honestly, this header could be reused, but not for me. All right, let's get to work. So it looks like the main goal today is to put on the manifold and the turbo and the downpipe to make sure that I'm clearing everything. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have an issue with these heater hoses, as that is a common problem and it's extremely tight back there. I do have the wire harness tucked away, so the wire harness should not be an issue, but this heater hose may be an issue. All right, we are doing the trusty old double nut method to make sure that we get this seated in. We don't want any of these backing out. All right, so we were having an issue with this one right here, but I went ahead and Loctited all four and got it on. So now we can throw this on. We're only gonna tighten the top two bolts just so that we get some fitment going on. All right, so man, that manifold's kind of a pain to put on, but it is on. Got the two bolts on, and then let's put on the turbo. Yeah, that's gonna be an issue. Look at that. So the wastegate goes right there. Look where the heater hose is at. That gap, it's not a big gap. So, I mean, I've seen people where they cut this off up to right here, which I might have to do, which I don't mind. but let's put the turbo on, see how it looks. Okay, turbo is on. So yeah, there are a couple of things that I need to do. That vacuum hose, that's got to be open for my electronic boost controller. So a couple issues already I'm seeing, but they're minor. I can probably get it fixed up. My fuel line is pretty close. I haven't even put on the downpipe yet and it's already sitting close. So we got to get these out the way somehow. Yeah, maybe up here, something like that. But it's still close, and I don't like how close that is, especially with this being fuel. So what do I do here? Oh, look at that hole. That was when my throttle cable came out. Broke that freaking cable. All right, so I'm thinking, I guess we can put it behind this guy for now. Yeah, that's out of the way. And then this is my brake booster. We're probably gonna go under the hard lines. And then back here, it's just my vacuum source, my wideband, etc. I had to redo everything because my throttle cable was tied to these, so I'm not too worried about it. But okay, so the fuel line's out the way now. Gotta get this out the way. Yeah, that's an issue. The heater hose is a big issue. But I do want to see if it clears the top, because people said that it does clear the top. So let's find out right now. Yeah, that downpipe is not gonna fit, so I'm gonna go ahead and take off the heater lines really quickly. So let's drain the coolant, and we'll see what happens then. All right, how do I do this without getting dirty? Why is it coming out so slow? Oh, there you go. Damn, I just made a mess. Oh, dude, mother. I was wondering why it took so freaking slow. Dude, dang it, dude. Why can't you just come out nicely? Whatever. I'm controlling the flow. I was like, dude, I have no coolant. Open the cap and everything just falls out. That's crazy. And I caught it on video. Well, we can at least hear it start up for like 2 seconds. You guys want to hear how it sounds? All right, first start, turbo car. I don't even know if it'll start. All right, another thing I should probably mention. This looks weird. So you got the feed here, but the drain, there's like another line right here. Like, is that where, am I supposed to plug it right there? Because there's a, yeah, the drain plug's here. Well, I don't know. But it's a good time to test out, see if the line that I bought is the correct fitting. So let's check that out. So I got my feed line, and we're gonna see if it's the right one, because if it's not, it might be cooked, boys. But let's see right now. Feels right. Hold on, let me put the camera down. Oh yeah, it's money. So something is weird about this hole right here. What is that? Is that a, that is an oil. I guess I gotta plug that. Let's see what kind of plug fits that guy. Pretty sure it's the same one as this one, but I'm gonna double check, because I do see holes in there. All right, well, the manifold and turbo's off once again. There's gonna be a lot of that in the next couple of weeks. A lot of test fitting. I really got to figure out what to do with this, with that heater core. I feel like you can push it back a little bit, bending the bracket just a hair. That should clear up some space, but we'll see. We'll see what I do. All right, it is officially nighttime. I am going to call it. We got pretty far. Got to clean up a little bit and then show you guys my progress. All right, so the coolant is all drained. Some of the coolant hoses are off. I really don't know what to do with this guy. I feel like I could bend that bracket right there, back just a hair. Maybe get rid of that little guy right there to create more room. And I'm also thinking about turning this downpipe into a 2-piece. Don't know yet, but one thing for sure is this line is going to be rerouted. I'm going to cut it somewhere right here, and it'll just ride along the transmission. And then I was thinking about getting, so this has to go to there, right? This goes right there. I'm thinking about getting something like this. If I can find something like this, I can probably dodge it, go up and around into that guy. So that's the progress right now. I mean, can't complain. Got a lot done. Good thing the car's already, you know, prepped for all this stuff, but like I still gotta install my electronic boost controller. Those my extra lines right there for the connection. And that's it for now. I'm gonna call it a night, and I'll update you guys when I can. Who knows? I might end up getting the DC5 heater tuck kit, whatever, if it comes down to it. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Mother.